I think we're live. But I always give it a few seconds for the stream to load on in. Ladies and gentlemen, right now as we speak, Bitcoin is attempting yet another breakout. And it might not be apparent to everybody just looking at it straight away, but I'm telling you guys right now that Bitcoin here at 92.4 thousand can have extreme consequences on all of our altcoins, but more specifically, it is looking to break out. And if you cannot see it, just give me a few seconds to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But also, if you're in the chat box right now, we just started streaming like 30 seconds ago, right? Make sure you go ahead and press that like button real quick and let me know in the chat where you're watching from. That's how we always start these streams. In the meantime, I will quickly share this in the Telegram, so hopefully a few more people know that we are streaming right now. Let me quickly go ahead and do that. Here we go. And I will post it on Twitter real quick as well, because right now it's like a make or break moment for Bitcoin. I wanted to quickly stream it, so hopefully everybody is made aware quicker. Otherwise, sometimes you miss out, right? Because there's too much time in between. And that's why I told everybody, make sure you put that notification bell on. So let's quickly take a little bit of a look. All right, so if you're wondering what's going on with Bitcoin right now, let me quickly point it out, right? Can we do that still? Let me quickly see. Can we actually go back? Okay. I guess we cannot, so I have to just draw it back in, which is not a real issue. So what's going on for Bitcoin right now as we speak? I think you guys can see it right now. We are facing a little bit of a roof, right? So over the past couple of days, even though today was the highest weekly close, or yes, a few days ago was the highest weekly close for Bitcoin ever, over on the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame, you can see we're basically practically at the highest point ever right now. Now, again, if we're taking a look at how prices have performed throughout the last couple of days, though, we can see that it's basically slowly been trending upwards. So again, what the trend has been looking like is slowly but surely upwards and upwards and upwards. And right now we are looking to basically break this level here at roughly $93,000. And usually, just usually, it's about the size of the initial move. So let's just call it roughly this far that we could be breaking out, which could be to roughly $100,700 or somewhere along those lines if this breakout for Bitcoin actually sets through. And I mean, as it currently stands, things are looking pretty good, right? Things are looking pretty good. Bitcoin, every single time it went lower, it just swept up those lows. It just kept going up and up and up and up and up, sweeping up the lows, sweeping them up, sweeping them up, sweeping them up. And right now we are gearing, hopefully, towards a breakout here, which could have some very, very interesting consequences. Perhaps, again, like I said, as high as $100,000 in a very, very quick move here, because Bitcoin has been gearing up for this for a while. And again, like I just said, you might be thinking that because on the weekly or whatever, it doesn't look like we're at highest prices. Our highest 4 hour close, let's quickly see here. So the close here was 92,625. Right now we are at 92,367. We're basically at some of the highest prices we've ever seen for Bitcoin. And again, you might wonder, but long story short, this is the altcoin market cap, right? Without Ethereum, and so it's also a chart without Bitcoin. It's only altcoins. This will most likely start going exponential the moment that Bitcoin also sets, another foot in the door. I don't know how the best way to put it. Once Bitcoin makes yet another move, there's a very good chance that many of our altcoins and many of our positions are going to finally start mooning again. Even on XRP, I just added slightly more to the position, just in case, right? Every single time XRP dipped here, it would have actually been a pretty good opportunity. For example, back at the $1.07, let's call it range, just buy it up. Let's quickly put a box in here. Let's quickly see what this looks like on Bluefin. We can do that like this. For example, if we had tried to buy every single time it got back into this area, again, obviously as of this point, it would have definitely been worth it. Would have been more worth it to buy at one of our initial entries at like $1, for example. But hey, sometimes you don't get the chance to do that. Then again, if we kept sweeping up these low points at $1.07 or something like that, the last few times it would have worked. And I guess this is right now acting as our most interesting support zone, roughly $1.07, before again breaking down all the way towards the $1 mark, or actually between, let's just call it the $1 mark, the psychological barrier, right? So again, for right now, this is actually where we're looking to sweep up more and more XRP. I will tell you one very important thing though, and this is actually what one of my friends posted over on his, let me quickly show some things around. He posted this on his Twitter. He basically posted this. By the way, I think I leaned against something, so my head is like, my hair is flat. He posted, in before stuff gets a little silly. It might be time to incorporate and think about profit-taking strategies. Many people will temporarily be wealthy by Christmas, right? Because we're expecting things to steadily but surely go up as we get towards Christmas. But many will have a hard time when we inevitably correct 30 to 60% in the not so distant future. Margin traders will get taken out on the stretcher. Hardcore shitcoin compounders, who are basically people who just keep buying a meme coin to buy into the next meme coin, who keep buying more meme coins to buy into the next meme coin, will take massive L's when the full portfolio rotation goes down 70%, etc., etc. I think we have a good couple weeks ahead of us, but please just rotate your profits back into things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana on the spot, not fully keep all the positions open at all times. The longer the bull continues, the more percentage of your portfolio should be in weekly cold hard cash outs. And that's the thing that I want to really make clear to people, that I keep trying to make these videos and saying, hey, break out this, break out that, this coin, that, this coin, this coin, that. But you have to understand that at the end of the day, though, the positions are nice to make crazy amounts of profit, sure. And I keep them open because I think, right, we're in a good situation. I think here that we're going to make a freaking good buck on this. But I will also be the first to tell you that if you want to cash out a little bit, for example, right now, right, you're like, hey, you feel like closing a little bit, like a 1%, for example, of your Bitcoin position if you had one open, or maybe you opened them with me. I don't know. Let's quickly see here. You guys can't see, but on the right, for example, there's a little button where you can quickly close, for example, here's market close along. I can, for example, be like, you know what? I think we've done good enough. I want to quickly close something ever so slightly, like 1%. I can press close long. And you can see I sell a little bit right there. Why would somebody do that? Well, because they might just want to cash something out every here and there to secure the profits. Is this a good point to cash out? Well, again, we're at the brink of something, and this is usually where the majority of the resistance lies. On the opposite side, I'll tell you that this is also where the biggest opportunity lies. So for example, over the next few minutes here, over the next few hours perhaps, we might be seeing a massive breakout if, again, we manage to get above the $93,000 level and then continue on maybe even towards $100,000 very quickly. I am scared, though. And there's two reasons. One, I'm scared that the moment Bitcoin starts breaking out and going crazy, that I'm a little bit afraid, right? Honest truth, I'm a little bit afraid that things go so exponential that we crash harder. That's one thing I'm slightly afraid of. And the second part, and this is the more important part that I'm more afraid of right now as we speak, is that, well, yeah, just logically, that we're not going to be able to break it, at least not this move just quite yet. That selling here and buying back, for example, at 91.2 would be a smarter idea. Just like how yesterday, let me quickly go back to it. Let me quickly find this XRP chart for you, if I can. Here, for example, yesterday I told you guys, man, actually, I think it was, where was it? I don't know. It was somewhere at the higher parts of this. I'm not sure which of the two this was here, where I basically said, man, it might actually just be wiser, instead of to buy and try to buy into the breakout, to actually just sell one of these points. I think it was here, right, that we opened a stream. Maybe it was actually even here already, where I was saying maybe it's actually smart to just sell and buy back cheaper. Again, we didn't really do that, but some people might be looking at this video thinking, man, I should have done that. And that's the thing you might want to try to avoid over prolonged periods of time, that you always think about what if I did, or what should I have done, but more just act. Anyway, guys, before I move on, make sure you quickly go ahead and press the like button on this stream. We have 300 people watching. We have 26 likes pressed. We need to get the number up a whole lot. And second of all, quickly put in the chat box where you're watching from. I think the camera might, no, we're good, I think. Oh, the camera is fine. So get those likes up there. And if you've not done it yet, you might want to, you might want to check it out. We've got a link down below to Blowfin right now. We've got a couple more people. Today's the last day you can join, by the way. Today's the last day you can join and get yourself potentially a $10 bonus and a 5 XRP bonus for signing up and depositing something for absolutely free. Then again, the competition is still going on in full force. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a trading competition going on. And I promised a few things, right? I said, if we win, I'll give you guys all the prices. But I think if we get into the top 3, I might as well give you another $5,000 to some of the best traders in our team. We've got a few good ones. I mean, yesterday we were in the top 5 for P&L. Today we are back at number 17. We've not been doing too well. Even my position, for some reason, is only in 2% worth of profit, it says, even though you saw the position is in a significant amount more, so I don't know. This is the screenshot from yesterday, actually. It's just the tab that I've still got open. We were number 5. The winnings would be $1,225. Right now we are in number 17. We only win $500, but still, some wins go out to the team, which is nice. And I'll make sure to at least double whatever we win and give back to the people. That could be pretty cool. But yeah, my friend, as I said before, is here in number 3 with a nice little $2,400 pool. I think we can beat them, but you know, we need a bigger army. We only got 180 people in. Guys like Miles have like 10. How many did I have? This guy's 1,200, 1,000, 250, 5,000, 70,000. We need a couple more people in to hopefully win this. As we get more volume, the more people that are in. Even Miles is almost 6,000 people in. You know, we need to ramp up our game a little bit, if you're asking me. Anyway, so what is our trading strategy right now? Well, obviously, guys, I am going really, really crazy on altcoins right now, as y'all know. But if Bitcoin breaks out here, there's a good chance that Bitcoin's going to take some of the dominance back. Altcoins do not do so well for a few days as Bitcoin sets a new top, a new standard, whatever. And then from there, over the next days afterwards, as Bitcoin stops and peaks somewhere, that altcoins are going to go on a rise, depending on how hard the Bitcoin breakout hits. But right now, as we speak, right, Bitcoin is attempting this breakout, and it might really do it here, guys. I'm just telling you right now that this could actually be the moment for Bitcoin where we start breaking out, going crazy. Some altcoins might not be beautiful for, let me quickly see, trade history. Let's take that out so it looks a little bit cleaner. And so this is also where if I was, for example, trading this on Blowfin right now and I wanted to be a little bit risky, I could try buy this breakout. How does that work? Well, you wait, for example, for a, even on the 1 hour, you wait for a candle like this to confirm, right? That means you see the breakout and you see on the 1 hour that it actually closes. And there's two ways. One is you buy the second candle, right? The confirming candle, which is this one, the hour afterwards. Or one is where you try to buy the breakout, which is the initial candle after that closes, so it's above. And you can sometimes, otherwise, if you try to buy the moment that it breaks through, you get this, where it just resets within those hours, right? But if we just quickly take a look at the 1 hour time frame, just quickly take a look. Even on the 1 hour time frame here, if we can quickly see, yeah, there was one candle right here where it actually closed above, but this might also be just a little bit to our disadvantage because of the way we are looking at it. Anyway, point being, there was one candle above here where it closed on the 1 hour. If you bought in this case, you would have gotten completely wrecked, right? That's the quote unquote negative part. Oh, my screen is not working perfectly. The negative part of this type of debacle. The good part about it as well, if you are right, again, this time you would have been wrong, for example, right? If you are right now, the amount of profit that you can make could be insane because, again, you might just catch yourself at the start of the entire rally, perhaps even towards $100,000 per Bitcoin or so. So that could be a very, very juicy move. But again, it's quite risky in the sense that you're trying to predict the next big move for Bitcoin, which obviously is not that easy to do. But if you are correct, that's a very, very profitable endeavor. Let me just quickly see where all y'all are coming from in the chat box. Watch it from my phone. All right, fair enough. Canada, Denmark, let's quickly see. All right. I don't know what that says. Is it too late to mimic some of your open current positions? So mimicking somebody's positions is always a risky thing, right? Because you do not know when I add margin, when I might get out, etc. Because the way I've got these positions open is I personally think the bull market is just at the beginning. So I want to just open everything and go. But as you can see, I'm always open and honest with you here. There's also, let me quickly show you. There's also one position right here where I'm at $6,000 worth of a loss. You know that this Ethereum position that you're seeing right here, this, right? I put the trade is worth 80,000. We put about $7,000 in. You know that this was at a $25,000 loss a few months ago, and right now it's only plus 1,000. And it was a $100,000 trade before. I closed some in profit already, but we had to cover some funding costs. The point is, I have a long breath because I know, in my opinion, what is going to happen, or I know what I'm doing rather. But there's a very good possibility that all this is going to be wiped out again, because again, this has been in. I think even in total, right? These positions have been in $100,000 in the minus, and now I think we're up maybe like 80,000 or so on these positions. But so should you mimic them? Well, first of all, you're quite a lot later, as we already cashed out a couple tens of thousands of dollars, and I will most likely also shut them the moment that we get back to entry as to not make a loss, and I'll just reopen them then again. But if you're opening them now, you're obviously in a way riskier position. So then you're more thinking of, hey, where are things going to go next? And it's harder to say, as I have a little bit of leeway. If we go down like 5% or so, it's not going to really hurt my positions too much. Whereas with you, it's going to hurt it a lot. Then again, yeah, there is an argument to be made that opening longs here is quite nice. For example, if Bitcoin goes back to 91,000, as of this point, the last week or so, anybody who kind of followed me along or did what I was doing and just opened a long somewhere or long to longs, which means whenever prices go down, you add more. I would have been in a crazy amount of profit because, well, right now we're breaking out. We're potentially breaking out towards an all-time high, new all-time high, and going on from there. yeah, anybody who had a position open then will obviously be in a crazy amount of profit. And right now, as we speak, we're actually at all-time high levels practically. Yes, there was a crazy little spike above, right? The highest point we hit was 93.4, but the highest for our close, at least over on Bybit, was, like I said, 92,625, which right now we are above. So this, depending on how the next few hours are going to look, could perhaps be the highest close ever on the 4 hour. And let's quickly see this. On the daily also, I mean, yeah, depending on what happens today, guys, this could be the highest daily close for Bitcoin unless we go all the way below $91.1 thousand. This is actually interesting. I didn't even realize that we've never closed a day above 91.1 thousand. So there's a good chance that this is going to be the highest daily close ever. Unless, again, we fall right back down, get right to this 91.2 because we got rejected. But again, we're going to have to see over the next few hours, as right now we are attempting a breakout, but it's not quote-unquote confirmed, right? It's going to take some time for the price to do that. Wow, we got everybody in the chat. Today we got a really, really diversified chat, huh? We got Porto in Portugal. We got London. We got UK, baby. Northern Ireland, Chicago, Montreal, Houston, Nashville, Estonia. Interesting country. UK, Nevada, California, Denmark, Canada. Oi. South Africa, Cape Town. Nice. I like Cape Town a lot. Beautiful. Thailand, I like also. Modesto, California. Never been. India. Watching from my phone. Netherlands. Hey. Whack, New York. Whack, New York. Baltimore. Is that a... Baltimore. I like that. I like the name of that. CPR says, don't think there will be a buyback. I'm not so sure. This talks about the XRP buyback. An XRP buyback is not necessarily something really to watch out for. If you start thinking about it, right? How much can they really buy back? 50 billion or what? Who are they buying it back from? What money is being used to buy it back? If it's Ripple, then they're selling XRP to buy back XRP. So they're selling it at higher prices, perhaps, and then buying it back cheaper, or what? What is a good part about a Ripple buyback? Or who else is going to be buying the XRP back? But what money are they using for it then? So I don't know exactly why a buyback would be the most amazing of things, but that is just my opinion. Anyway, right now as we speak, guys, Bitcoin is breaking out towards the all-time high levels. We're only a few $100s away. But again, over on the daily and the 4 hour, this could be the highest close ever. And again, altcoins follow suit, but it takes time for these altcoins to catch up. It always takes a little bit of time, right? And I say it time and time again, Bitcoin first, altcoins next. Bitcoin first, altcoins next. Bitcoin first, altcoins next. Bitcoin first, altcoins next. How many of you guys are holding Bitcoin in this chat? Because everybody, we always talk about XRP here, but today it's all in the eyes of Bitcoin, right? But I'm wondering how many of you guys actually do hold it? A lot of you guys seem to only hold XRP or HBAR or whatever, or Cardano even I saw a lot of. Who holds Bitcoin here? Crypto Navigator says, no need for a buyback. That last pump, they bought up 11% of the supply of XRP, so why I buy back? Not exactly sure what you mean right there, but all right. All right. Alabama, nice. Please don't put the amount of Bitcoin you've got in the chat. Oh, that's the worst thing you can do. People sometimes are insane, man. Why would you ever write in the why would you ever go on the internet and be like, you know what? Because I'm already stupid, right? But we know that. You know that from watching these videos that I'm already kind of degenerate to put up sometimes any amount of money that I got. But y'all got no reason to do that. 0% reason to put up on this YouTube section the amount of money you've got. And you might say, Dusty, but they don't know if I'm lying or not. Sure, but why even risk the biscuit, right? What if you now get a couple extra phishing email attempts or whatever the frick because you put the amount of money that you got? Then again, now it's trolling. So now it's okay again, right? Because I said it now. Now a lot of people are going to put random numbers, so the probability is pretty small. But again, you don't know who's going to be hunting you a little bit or looking. Nobody knows me. Fair enough. I mean, do your thing. Okay, just quickly put in the chat. Are you holding Bitcoin? Yes or no? I just want to see a yes or no. Chicken nugget brains. Made of mystery meat, huh? Tom says, I hold 0 here just for the feels. I don't know what that means. Okay, we got a no, yes, no, no, maybe. Okay, mostly no here. Steve says, "Sub Dusty, if I want XRP, how much will it?" I like that. Mirdal says, "What do you think XRP pump will be around $3 or above?" I think it will be under $3. What do you think XRP pump will be around $3 or above? What do you think XRP pump will be? What do you think XRP pump will be? Around $3 or above? I think will be under $3. Okay, but okay. Well, when? What pump? What are we talking about? No corn for you? No corn for you. Bad. Never bought a single Bitcoin in my life. Well, I guess you wish you had, maybe, huh? I mean, Bitcoin's at some of the all-time high prices, so I mean, would have been nice if you did, I guess. Null sold everything last all-time high. That's fair. That's a pretty good return. Roger says, I moved to Thailand after crushing it in the last alt season. That's amazing, brother. That is really, really good. That is good to hear. I always like to hear stories of the people that really got out, right? Because most friends of mine, they might make a couple tens of millions of dollars in a season, but they ride it all the way back down to, again, still good, you know, single digit millions maybe. But many of them, many people, even very, very young guys have fumbled tens of millions of dollars. It's funny to see. And so whenever I hear people saying, hey, I made it, I'm out, it's hard, man, to really get fully out. It's like getting addicted to the casino. You know what I mean? The casino. It just keeps you in, right? Why stop at a win? And then also, why stop at a loss? If you're winning, you got to keep on winning or you're on a streak. And if you're losing, you can't end on a loss, right? We all know it. We all know it. Roger says, I remember when you had to buy Bitcoin first to buy alts. I don't know about that. You mean to swap Bitcoin for alts? I get that. But that's been a long time, at least for 7 years. Still, Bitcoin used to be a way more common pair than it is right now. Like on exchanges, a Bitcoin pair or an Ethereum pair was way more prevalent than it is today, which is quite interesting. And right now, everything is denominated in USDT for the most part. But I guess you still have to buy Ethereum or Solana if you want to buy memes sometimes. Then again, you are right that the barrier of entry is also lowered drastically. Well, right now, a lot of people have never bought Bitcoin. They've only bought alts. And so it's kind of funny when people all of a sudden say, oh, I'm getting into crypto. Like, oh, you bought some Bitcoin, etc. Like, Bitcoin? No, of course not. It's kind of like, it's different than different seasons. What watch you got, Dusty? Which one? The one that we've got on right now? Let's give it a little flex. Let's give him a little. Okay, I don't know how to do this. This is a Rolex day date. I think you've seen it enough by now over the last few videos. One of my favorite watches, I think. Yeah, one of my favorite ones. H-bar, please. What do you mean H-bar, please? What am I supposed to do with that information? How many of you guys know what this watch brand is? Maybe you can see from the bracelet. Well, that's good quality, huh? The camera, not the watch. The watch also, I guess. Hey, we got a couple of... Okay, my chat is not as... Okay, we got a couple... this makes me happy. We got a couple of knowers in the chat. This. Now I can go to bed happy, knowing at least we've got a cultured chat. At least... Oh, this is good. I'm happy with this. Oh, you guys are making my day. All right. People actually. Oh, we got some cultured people in here. This is nice. They all look the same, honestly. Get out of here. What did you just take? What did you just tell me? Nico will be proud. Yes. Let's see here. Oh, I think he's asking for some, the H-bar guy, like someone at the side of the road asking for change. Somebody says that I bought Bitcoin at some point, 2 Bitcoin at 14,000 and sold at 19,000. Thought I made bank. Nope, wrong. I mean, no, I mean, to make 5K, right? Twice, it's not bad. I mean, theoretically speaking, you made bank. You made a pretty good ROI whatever money you put in. So from that perspective, you did really, really well. Again, it's just a difference between thinking about it as a ROI trade, you know, the return on your investment percentage-wise, or if you're thinking about it as in your perhaps opportunity cost from selling so early. Because the ROI on that was pretty freaking amazing if you think about it. XRP Army been researching. Man, I really wonder what some of the crazy guys are going to start doing the moment that XRP skyrockets a lot. Because to me, right, we're already at some of the most crazy prices, and I'm already extremely satisfied with XRP right here. But many people want it to go to like $10. But I really wonder what's going to happen once we really get to $10, etc. Are people really going to start buying some crazy stuff? I also have an Apple Watch. Let me quickly. We're grabbing one from the roll, huh? But I never wear an Apple Watch ever in my life. It was it was like a 1 week thing. I don't know if you guys also have one. It's like fun for a day. What will make XRP skyrocket? Well, I mean, I guess just Bitcoin going on a crazy tangent right now could do very, very well for XRP. By the way, guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that like button. We've got 500 people watching. We had 1,500 people watching in total. We're only at 100 likes. Let's get that up to at least like 200. Why not? Another question I got, actually. This is an interesting one. Would you guys be satisfied at a $5 per XRP? Would that be enough for all the people that are holding XRP? Silent says, why XRP negative today? Sometimes I wonder why some of you guys are all of a sudden talking like cavemen. Why price down? Why price no up? Up no price today. All right, well, we could take a little bit of a look, brother. I don't know what happened to your situation. Anyway, well, right now as it stands, XRP, well, I guess you can see it from the chart here, right? We potentially could break from here. Then again, right now it seems a lot of this money is flowing back into Bitcoin. This is actually not the most bullish situation we like to see, but hey. A lot of money is flowing back to Bitcoin as Bitcoin is setting up for a new all-time high perhaps over the next few hours. As you can see, Bitcoin has been gearing up, and actually most of our coins have been going down. Even our main alts like Dogecoin, etc., have not been doing too beautiful. Then again, today specifically, Doge has been amazing, relatively. Let's quickly refresh though. I don't think H-bar is up this much anymore. Let's quickly refresh this. Why does my camera keep cutting out? I don't know. Oh, actually it's BONK up 4% of the hour. I wanted to say Dogecoin is doing good, but Dogecoin is only up like 7% in the day, but it's back to 39 cents, which I thought was pretty cool. Brett is doing nice. Some of our coins are doing nice. The last hour, Peanut and Algorand are back in the gains, huh? But mostly it's actually BONK, interestingly enough. It's going bonkers right now. Huh. Peculiar. Why BONK? And then I made a video about BONK yesterday. Don't get me twisted, but it's interesting that BONK is doing so exponentially well when it hasn't really done too much for the last couple of weeks. It's been like a silent upper. It's been going up slowly but surely. Somebody says crow owners are cavemen. Fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, many of the coins that right now sound so stupid can still go on a crazy run over the next few weeks or months. Like, you can look at crow and think that is dumb, but there's a very, very good chance that you'll look at it in a few months and it's up like a 4 or maybe even a 7x, even if you've never heard it before in your life. Can you explain the difference between cross margin and isolated margin? Well, the long story short is that cross will use your portfolio balance to perhaps sustain the position. So if you, for example, have $1,000 and you're trading it with 10x leverage, right? Well, if you got a portfolio of $100,000, since you're only using $1,000 as margin, but the position is 10K, it will use more dollars to make sure you don't get liquidated. With isolated, it's just you put $1,000 in, it will only become $1,000 that you quote unquote lose on it. And both have their benefits and their differences. With isolated, you can only lose whatever you put in. With cross, the way I trade, you can never lose really, right? Because it would just use more of your portfolio balance, in this case, my USDT. And so let's say, for example, right? As an example, a couple weeks ago, there was, for example, I had maybe $400,000 in trades open on my account. So let's say, for example, here, this has now changed a lot. Right now, there's only maybe $100,000, maybe $150,000 worth of trades open. As long as I keep more than, let's say, okay, maybe more, maybe $200,000 worth of trades open. As long as I keep more than $200,000 on my account, I can never really lose. Actually, if I keep $120,000 or whatever, it will always be fine because liquidation price is going to be so low. And since I always have a good chunk of money on these accounts, you see the liquidation price is 0 on these things, right? Not enough for Ethereum here, which means in this case here, I might not have enough in my futures part, but I could just put in more because I have enough in the account anyway. Long story short, yeah, that way it's hard to lose on these trades. See, for example, here, we only put a few $1,000s into WIF. It's a $25,000 trade though. Worst case is just going to keep losing me more money, sure, but the percentage will just keep going up in terms of what we lost and the amount of money. But it will never liquidate itself. So as long as I have enough breath, yes, I'll pay some funding fees every day, which are awful, sure. But generally speaking, if I keep buying the dip, for example, the position will get greater, sure, but we cannot get liquidated, which is how with Bitcoin, XRP, etc., Solana, all the things that are, in my opinion, quite guaranteed to keep going up over time, it's going to be quite hard to lose. At least that's the way I like to do it. There is some benefits and some negatives to it. The benefit being you can almost not lose. The negative being you might be at a big minus for a while, and some people don't like that. Some people don't feel comfortable with that. Can XRP strike $100 by 2028? Man, why would you want that? I mean, you're not buying XRP for 100x in like 3 years or whatever, right? If you are, then you're hoping for something which is quite unlikely. I'm not saying it can't happen. I mean, there's a lot of ways in which it could. But if your expectation is 100x in 3 years, then I think you're playing the wrong game. Again, there's possibilities for sure, 100%. But if that's what you're expecting and you're not really settling for less, ooh, all right? Ooh. Is it possible? Yes. Is it very, very likely? I wouldn't say that. Is it a crime? Somebody says, should I buy XRP now or wait? My brother, if you knew this, look, ban who? Who's saying something negative? I don't know. I'm not going to ban anybody because, you know, free speech, right? Say whatever you want to say, as long as you're not too crazy with it. Negative vibes here? What are we talking about? When somebody says that $100 per XRP is not going to happen, is that negative vibes? I mean, if you're not making crazy bank off of like a $10 XRP, then I'm not so sure how your cards are being played, right? But you're playing the game a little bit wrong. Again, you're waiting for like a pretty crazy X at that point. It, again, can happen. Don't get me wrong. It could go to $10, but I would be very freaking satisfied if XRP sees like a $12 this season. I don't know why people wouldn't be. I mean, it's still like a 3x from the previous 20. Okay, I will say something. XRP went so exponential back in 2017 that it's not that weird that it skipped the 2021 season and that now in 2024 or 2025 is going to go again on that quote unquote journey of price discovery at a 3x of the previous all-time high. I mean, Ethereum, etc., they might have done a doubling or tripling of their 2017 all-time high in 2021, but perhaps if XRP skips that and right now just goes for a 3x, maybe 4x from that $3 mark, you know, 4x would still place it at $12, which for that reason doesn't really sound that crazy. So somebody says, okay, there's two funny things. One is somebody asks, hey, should I buy XP now, yes or no? Well, in my opinion, right here, if Bitcoin does go for the breakout and it confirms, it could be kind of negative for altcoins for a little bit. If Bitcoin breaks down, this is the funny part, right? If Bitcoin breaks down here, It could actually be quite neutral / positive for altcoins, unless we break down below 91.5 and start going down from here. That would obviously be quite negative for altcoins. This middle zone is the neutral zone. Or if Bitcoin breaks out but goes slow instead of a heavy spurt, could also be quite positive for most altcoins, even though I do believe a lot of money will flow back into Bitcoin as people are afraid they're going to miss out on that move. Somebody asked another very, very important question. This, guys, please pay attention closely, as somebody asked something quite crucial, and I need to answer this. He asked, Dusty, should I pick my nose or no? And my answer is, that depends on who can see you. All right? If there's not more, depends actually. Even if people see you actually, assert dominance. Matter of fact, the answer is yes, pick your nose. The more people that are watching, the merrier. You want people to know that you do not care about their opinions and wow, now I'm thinking about it. I'll skip it. But hey, you know, maybe for you this is a good idea. For you, this is exactly what you should be doing right now. I'm telling you. Ian says, I missed the start. Why do you think this could be a breakout? Well, I mean, look at it, right? You can see where you're gearing up towards the breakout. Sam says, I de-risked out of XRP on Sunday night and slammed it all into HBAR at 8.5 cents. Loving life. The min at the minute. Play the song. Huh? You know, pump it up. Oh, Real Deal says, eat a booger to be dominant. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. He says, thank you. Nose has been thoroughly picked clean out. I pray. Good, bro. I'm happy for you, dog. Matter of fact, prove it. No, okay, that's enough jokes. Let's see. We were asking before, okay, who thinks that Bitcoin will end this year above 100,000? Yes or no? Let's see. Let's put the predictions in. $100,000 per Bitcoin, yes or no? Again, this is logged forever, right? Because the video will stay here. So whatever you say right now, you can always look back and see if you were wrong or you were right. Yes, no. Primarily people say yes. You know that $100,000 per Bitcoin would make me more afraid rather than less afraid? You know why? Because the moment Bitcoin starts breaking 100,000, we're getting towards the end of the run, in my opinion. I mean, Bitcoin could end this season at like 250, maybe even 300,000. It could. But the moment it starts hitting 100, that's really where a lot of people psychologically are like, okay, this is enough for me. So if we're at this 90K range, I'm thinking that most people still expect things to really pick up and not be done. But the moment we get it to the $100,000 and above, I'm thinking a lot of people might be thinking like, ooh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is where things start turning around. Dr. D says, I have 200 XRPs. I bought it when it was $1. It's all the money I have. When should I sell it? I'm new in the trade. Well, I mean, if you bought it at $1, it's all the money you've got. I personally, right, me being, me being me, I'd sell it all right now for 10% profit, enjoy my little Starbucks, and then get right back to the grind and make more money. Man, at the end of the day, it depends on how you see your financial future. I mean, if you really, this is all the money you got, and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, then obviously you got to freaking open a long and go crazy. No, not financial advice. This is my thoughts. You open a long and go a little bit crazy because, well, you might be able to flip that with XRP into like what? Maybe $1,000 over the cycle. But is that all? Is that life changing? To some people, yes, right? But for most people that are having time to watch this stream right now, I think they're looking for a little bit more than $1,000 in a year. And from that perspective, man, if that's all you got and that's all it's going to be, then I don't know if that's your best bet to go for. And if you're even asking me when to cash out, meaning you're thinking of cashing out at $8 worth of profit, then I'd say go for it, man. Cash your $8 and be happy that you made 10%. Because from my perspective, you didn't really do anything yet. If you bought at $1 and it's right now $1.10 and you didn't have a crazy leverage trade open, you only made literally $8, then how could I ever think of cashing that? What's the point? Or unless you want to become a trader, but then why ask me? Then go for your own analysis and see what you want to do. Again, if you're looking for a crypto platform to trade on, you can use Blowfit from everywhere around the world. Just check out the links down below. You can also join my team right now, which, again, if we win, you guys are all going to get a good bonus. So make sure you check that out. You know what's even more funny? If he's in a tax jurisdiction, he made $8 and now he has to pay even more in taxes. I mean, no, it's going to be a percentage of the profit, but it was just a joke. Anyway, get back to the grind. Memes doing okay. Nothing moving too much today. It's actually been quite a slow day. Athena, Core, BitSense are all down a few percent. Over the last hour, we got Peanut going up 7.5%, so that is interesting. Caspa up ever so slightly on the daily, not too much. I mean, 3% in an hour is quite a lot of money, but again, recently we've gotten kind of spoiled with these 50% days, etc. And right now, for that reason, we are not, which is amazing. Hey, let me quickly address two things. One, if somebody says, Dusty, when the bull run is over, do you think most of these YouTuber content creators will disappear? I don't know. I've been here for so many years, so I don't think so. Second, but some people will take a break for a few months because obviously, if you're not doing too much, then what's the point? Didn't Blowfin hold withdrawals on XRP when it pumped along with Binance? I don't think so. Why would they do that? Why would they hold withdrawals? I don't know why. If it happened, could be. I mean, Coinbase, Binance, they all had withdrawal issues at some point in the past. I'm not sure what you mean, though. Are you afraid they're never going to let you take your money out? Why would you want to withdraw XRP when things are going up? I don't know about that. I think you'd want to deposit rather than withdraw. So I don't know about that part. But it could be that the network was overloaded from their side. Then again, I don't know about that. If you want, if you're always afraid of those things, just try a withdrawal every here and there. But if I'm talking about the exchange, then at least at this point in the foreseeable future, they're fine. Can't guarantee it, but I've got a lot of money on all these platforms and I'm not really afraid of them. All right? So, yeah. Think it was suspended for a while? That's not an issue. If it's suspended, it's still tech, right? Can happen. I mean, the internet in your area might go down sometimes. Can happen. Dusty, what do you think? My liquidation for 3 positions I took are 45 cents, whatever. Cool. Right, that's good. I think if you're at 45 cents, that's pretty solid. I mean, worst case, you can always add more margin to make it lower if the ball really drops that much. But I think personally, everything below, which I said before, right? Everything below 40 cents is really quite hard to ever get hit. Because as long as Bitcoin doesn't really fully kick the bucket, it's going to be quite hard for all our prices to go all the way back down to like 40 cents, etc. Please talk about SUI. I kind of want to, but the fact that you're spamming it so much makes me kind of like not want to. Anyway, long story short, SUI is up so much. The hype is there, sure. Like, is SUI really amazing? No. Is there a new season that's starting on SUI? Sure. But SUI was like 50 cents like a few months, like it's just before September. It's up so much already. It's like 8x in a few months. I'm not really buying SUI at all. Matter of fact, I'm just mostly selling SUI every single day. Can it do well this season? Sure. But it's up a lot. And I think it's more onto coins like Aptos right now to kind of keep up with the SUI run. At 10 billions, though, if you think about it, if it's going to do a little bit of a Solana move, it's at 114 billion. Solana's going to start moving from here. Can SUI still 10x? Sure. Am I already satisfied with the crazy gains on SUI the last few months? Yes. Just like with Mantra, right? Do I believe it's going to do way crazier? Yes. Am I happy to sell it here, though? Yes. Is it too late to buy XRP? Well, what do you mean is it too late? You mean in the evening if the market's closed? No, it's open. If you mean is it too late because the price is already up too much? If you are asking that, then yes, it's probably too late for you. Because that means you are, if, again, I always get in my head, if somebody's asking, hey man, is it too late to do that? Then they don't know what they're doing. And so they're buying based too much off emotion, and they're going to be too weak to see a drop. So the only good point for them to buy is when something drops like 30%. So they really buy the dip of the dip. And that reason they're not so so wobbly if there's like a 20% price drop or whatever. But in my opinion, XRP has not really gone on a run yet. But again, that's my thoughts, right? It's up 100% this month, sure. But in my opinion, we haven't seen anything yet. But it's just a matter of perspective. Some people, they made their money all on this one move from XRP going up from 50, 60 cents to this $1.30 mark, whatever it went to. And some people didn't make any money yet at all. Which is why I always say that you only need a move of like 3 cents to retire. At least some people do. Some others need a move of $50 for XRP, that is, to retire. It's all about your own risk management. You might say how much money you got plays a role, sure. But it's also just about how you play your cards. Should you buy a Bitcoin pendant? You know, if you like that, then yeah. I mean, as at this point, I still think that longing the longs has not been too stupid of an idea, right? Even for Bitcoin here, just long it every single time it dips, which is what I've been saying for a few days in a row, would have been extremely profitable, as right now we are back at all-time high prices. And I can't guarantee anything in the future, but I'm saying the last couple of days, at least since the 11th, if you just kept on buying, even if you bought the freaking top and then bought down, you would have been fine. And I will say again, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not done it yet, make sure you check out the link down below to 𝗏𝗏, which is the exchange I'm using right now. You can use it all over the world. The first couple of people to sign up still get themselves a nice deposit bonus. As right now, we have ourselves a little team competition. Let me quickly show it once more. And I want to win this, but we're not really making crazy headwinds. And I'm thinking what I could also do is go on 𝗏𝗏 and trade significantly. But I'm kind of looking at the other people's teams. And we just have a, we have a mediocre. Anyway, somebody sent me a screenshot today saying, hey, I made some good profit in the team. I really hope that you're the number one, my friend, in the team P&L one. Because, well, this one is another one we could win. We are in $525. I'm winning $50 right now, it seems. Some of you guys have probably not traded enough, so you're not eligible. But all these people that are in some juicy amount of profit right now, if you trade slightly more, you can see I'm only in 1% worth of profit, but because I've traded enough, I think, I win $50. If you just trade slightly more, you might also get yourself a nice piece of the pie. But I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I think it's just because you've not traded enough. That's why you're not allowed to win anything. Over on the volume side, we have not, as of this point at least, traded enough to get into the top 50. I want to end at least top 25 because my friend here is in the number 3 spot, but he's got a team 10 times as big as ours. But then again, we should be able to end top 25 at least. At least beat my friend Rover, at least, right? Oh, he's 24. Yeah, we gotta pick up the pace a little bit. That's why I said, I keep saying, link down below to 𝗏𝗏. Platform I'm using right now. Platform I'm using right now. Platform I'm using right now. And again, for XRP, all I'm doing is actually just buying the freaking dip here. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The longer this sustains, the scarier it gets, right? Because right now it seems like XRP is also converging. It kind of keeps going inwards and inwards. Again, the longer, broader price action looks slightly more like this, where we're not really breaking out. We're not really coming down. We're just mostly going sideways, but converging. Now, there are a couple more patterns on the shorter term that are interesting to watch out for, but I'm just saying on the broader scale, this is more so what XRP is looking like. But at the same time, Bitcoin, from a completely different angle, is mostly gearing towards the upside, which is obviously way more bullish, as here the squeeze is towards the up, and with XRP, it's basically towards either side. This is what you want to see, because this is usually where things break out towards the top. Then again, if Bitcoin does break out, there's a very good chance that alts will flow beautifully from this, right? So I guess at that point, then who cares? What does it matter? Can you talk about 𝗏𝗏? I've talked a lot about 𝗏𝗏. I think 𝗏𝗏 can do it like a 10x from here quite easily. I don't think that's too strange to ask for. I don't think a 10x for 𝗵𝗂 is really hard at all. At that point, it's just basically go back to Doge's old market cap, and I think a coin can do that. And I think it might be 𝗵𝗂 or PopCat, maybe Brett. No, Brett, no, that's way too small. I think it could be PopCat or 𝗵𝗂 or maybe BONK even. Just some of the big ones. I don't know. I don't feel like WIF can do it. There's so much FUD and so much interesting situation around WIF. And even though I like it and I have a position open, I've got, you know, a good solid bag of WIF. I'm being honest with you, the amount of confusion, questions, all that, it's quite high with WIF. The conviction is quite low this season. Why must my camera keep stopping, dude? I'm going to break this freaking camera in just a second. I won't. It's too expensive for that. Somebody says, any advice? No, there's not advice. These are just my thoughts on getting involved in any of those hot steamy meme coins, or did I miss the boat? When you say hot, what do you mean, right? Do you mean like the schmexy ones, or do you mean like the ones that are already popping? Because at the end of the day, the question should actually be, should you get into, oh, the camera's still broken. The question should be, should you get into hot meme coin? Should you get into big memes or small memes, or not at all? Because hot, if you're gonna get into ones that are already going crazy, well, do you mean the ones crazy on the up side of the spectrum or the lower side of the spectrum? If you're going into ones on the lower side of the spectrum that are going up a lot, well, it's very, very risky because they're up a lot, and at some point somebody often rugs, right? If they're really high up on the spectrum, then I'd say that's pretty solid. But then the gain potential is obviously just as much, perhaps, as with some traditional altcoins. And so then it becomes a matter of, do you prefer to have a traditional altcoin or a meme coin because it's more hype and more volatile? I mean, if you like the volatility, if you like the price gains and lows, then yes, this is really something nice for you. But if you don't, if you're not really able to handle the price gain and loss, okay, I gotta quickly reset this camera. Oh, camera no working. Interesting. Let's see. Let's try this. There we go. Hey, Bitcoin breaking out, boys. You know, this could be a very, very interesting move here. Because again, if Bitcoin does go, it could take a lot of money from these other alts. But generally afterwards, though, this would be the most bullish thing we could see. Would I personally like to see it? No. I'd like to see us go sideways for a little bit. But it could be okay if we just break out towards, for example, 94, and then go right back down to like 91. That would also be okay. And then if we bounce back from 91, oh, we're back in bullish territory, baby. It's only if we go too hard right now, that's where I get more and more scared. But again, I have my Bitcoin longs open. I'm still hoping for the crazy move to happen here, so don't get it twisted. I'm still biased towards the upside. I'd still prefer Bitcoin moving towards the upside than downside. Doge up 9% today. Yeah, it's good, right? Doge is pumping again. It's not that much, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's quite a lot because we're at those higher prices for Doge now already. Some coins in the chat right now, I'm not even going to talk about those. I'm not even sure what you guys are talking about. Is it time to rotate out of Bitcoin to alts? Well, that's a hard one to say. From one perspective, very much so. From another, this is the worst time to scale out of Bitcoin. Right now, for example, if Bitcoin goes on this tangent, there's a good chance that Bitcoin is king for a little while more. And Bitcoin's dominance has not dropped significantly yet, where, again, I'd be afraid to hold Bitcoin. I'm personally not scaling out just quite yet, but that's also because I have a well-diversified portfolio. If it was really... We're doing it, boys. 92.7? $92.8? I'm using my crazy typewriter again, huh? Now it's just a waiting game. 92.9-ish? 92.9? You know, I'll take a little screenshot of this. I always know the trading view screenshots are kind of awful, but it's okay. Oh, I mean, Bybit screen 92.93. We're going. We're really going, by the way. It's kind of funny I posted this a little bit earlier, that we're about to super cycle. Because still I kind of feel as if we are. You know, I kind of feel as if we've not really seen the crazy gains just quite yet. It's still upon us. 93. Almost $50 away. It hit 92,986. $14 away. I gotta text my friend. Maybe he's not paying attention. He texted me like yesterday as well, or was it yesterday or was it earlier today? I don't remember. Which day is it now? It's the 19th, huh? He texted me yesterday, almost all-time high, and I was like, oh, scared me though, because the price fell right back down, right? The moment it got so high. But this time it's quite a lot more sustainable the way the prices are moving. By the way, boys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video/stream. You've definitely got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to gain also, but hey, you know what? Why not just press the button? So make sure you just quickly press that like button. Let's get this up to at least like 250. So if you right now are watching this, make sure you press that like button. I'll be waiting right here, looking at my screen until you do. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Nobody pressed it, but it's okay. Hey, man, if you want to press it right now, I appreciate that. If you don't want to, no worries. But it would be nice. But hey, if you know what, if you want to keep it to yourself, because you really feel like, you know, no, I don't know what even to tell you. Help a brother out, you know, press that like button. I think it makes the streams perform a little bit better, even though there's no real negative side to it. Hence, I keep asking for it every few minutes. Anyway, H-bar is on the up and up. Look at that, huh? Look at us pumping on the H-bar. 40% in a day. Let's see how much we are at today right now. Let's see. Oh, I pressed memes by accident. Let's go back. Yeah, BONK, huh? Really up 13.5%. Look at that. Hey, wealthy whatever says, not seen laser eyes this cycle. To be fair, I've not really seen diamond hands. No, I mean, this cycle has been kind of different, huh, with those people. Like, the whole maxi culture is not as much here. I mean, to be honest, whatever I'm seeing right now on Twitter, etc., is mostly just meme coin debacles anyway, if I'm going to be really real with you. Like the whole, no, my coin, all that stuff, that's kind of in the past right now, it seems. It's been mostly meme coin shenanigans. And the communities have mostly also been meme coin related for things that I see going crazy. Anyway, for anybody that had some longs open on Bitcoin or whatever, again, this right now, as we speak, these are the crazy points where you could, theoretically speaking, cash in some profits right now as we're at some of the highest points ever for Bitcoin and enjoy your gains. On the opposite side, this is also where some people go into their into their villain arc, where they might just go for the craziest of breakouts. Even for XRP, for example, people are like, you know what? They're doing it because they want to see the real move, for example, like this, where XRP starts going exponential. They want to time that move by being early in it right there. And that's similar with Bitcoin, for example, that right now they want to be the person to buy it right there. Let me quickly show it. They want to be the person to buy it right there. Okay, let's do this. Let's change this to an arrow. There we go. Okay. I like it that way a lot more. They want to be the person to buy it right here and then sell it right there, because that looks kind of cool if you are. If you are a person who can buy it when it breaks out and you sell it once the formation is complete, you feel good on yourself. While there's a lot of other people who bought these freaking dips, like we've been saying for a while, where you long the longs, you buy the dips every single time, buy every the freaking dip, and then sell once we get to the highest point ever. Right? There's two types of people. Both are solid strategies. But I personally prefer to see more dips. Because otherwise, as I said before, we start breaking out and going crazy here. It's kind of, at some point, it becomes unsustainable. We go up too much too quickly. I prefer things to go sideways / downwards a little bit. I know, right? What is this stupid guy saying, the contrarian? Why is he being so negative? It's because I want this run to last a long time, is the problem. I don't want this run to be over like within a week or two, right? I don't want it to really crash so hard where everybody panics and gets out and loses all their confidence. I want it to be slow and steady. Then again, Bitcoin really is breaking out right now, though. Have you seen the TikTok meme coins? Dude, you think I'm not on these things? Ricky says, I lost all my bonk sent to the wrong wallet. You live, you learn, dude. This is a dumb mistake, but hey, you learn from that. You'll probably only do it a few more times in your life. I don't think I've ever sent to, maybe I have, but no, I have actually. I have sent, but I remember IOTA, I've sent to the wrong address once. There've probably been a few other ones that I can't remember, but it was not a lot of money, I think. But that's the sucky part, right? Even if you send Dogecoin away at the past, you might have sent like $70 away, so not a big deal. And all of a sudden now you notice it's like worth 40,000. Because I remember Bitcoin as well, right? Sometimes in the past, you could send a few Bitcoins around, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you send a few Bitcoin around, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's something you got to be quite careful with. Whereas before, it might be a couple hundred. Like, whatever. You don't have to pay that much attention. But if you're sending a, $600K, for example, I'd pay attention to that. Then again, the more you work with crypto, the more you lose that grip, though. Because the more you're thinking, it will probably be fine. Because you've done the action so much. That it's kind of hard for me to send it to the wrong address because you always do the same kind of thing. What are your thoughts on them? I'm bullish on TikTok meme coins, but it depends on which one. There's the whole scheme is quite broad. But if you're buying it because it just launched, you got to be prepared to be someone's exit liquidity, right? You got to be prepared for that. On the opposite side, if there's a few that I covered today even that have done really, really well. I didn't even buy into them, but they've done really well. And they started off of some TikTok meme, or whatever, short form meme. Rico says 10,000 BTC for 2 pizzas seems like a great deal at this point. You saw my video about that today? I really feel like ordering pizza, but I despise those unhealthy things. But because of that video today, I feel like ordering pizza, even though I never eat pizza at all. Almost. Oh, I didn't realize that I was on the big screen. Am I? Or am I not? I'm not. Any thoughts on Uniswap? Yeah, there's not that much to say for Uniswap. They've got a couple of things going on. They're quite interesting, but it's not like my number one favorite coin or whatever. A lot of people are posting right now that because of Bitcoin's move, this is where altcoins start going crazy. I still would say that it depends kind of what Bitcoin does here, but if Bitcoin gets rejected, this could really be a point where altcoins start flying again. Because Bitcoin is relatively so high and so strong for a breakout that right then, maybe people rotate back into alts for a little bit, And then once we bounce off, people rotate back into Bitcoin for the moment that it breaks out and goes crazy. Because it might be upon us here, right? It might be really here. The breakout for Bitcoin. XRP isn't pumping. That is correct, Sherlock. You have good eyes. Yes, that's correct. Tell us something else. Are we selling to Trump next year? I mean, Trump right now is meeting with Brian Armstrong, right, the Coinbase CEO. There's a very good chance they're cooking something in the background. There's a very good chance they're not going to let us stay poor forever, right? What's your opinion on Cardano? I hold Cardano. It's a good hype coin from the last couple of seasons. I think some good things will happen to it. I think kind of similar as with XRP, to be honest with you. Like in terms of how the gain structure might look like, it could be very similar to XRP. No guarantees, but it could. Thoughts on some coins? I don't hold those, my friend, so I don't know. I've never seen them before. I don't know what they do. XRP to $1,000 minimum. Hey, my friend, if you are of that opinion, I'm not say anything about that. All right. If you think XRP will go to $1,000, buddy, you know what? That's completely fine. Okay. That's completely okay. If you think so, brother, all good. Somebody says, man, all these different thoughts, huh? Hey, so out of all of y'all, what's your biggest bag? Like, which of these coins is your biggest holding? What called thoughts on Jasmine, thoughts on Foxy, thoughts on XLM? What's your number one coin? If you had to pick one, which one is your number one coin? And while you say that, I'm gonna hit the toilet for just 30 seconds. So let's see. Zebania, nothing too crazy. Somebody says Foxy. Foxy's a nice meme on Linea, so it makes sense. So Foxy, I hold a good chunk of Foxy. From every angle, it makes sense to hold Foxy. Pole, I don't know what that is. Sol XRP XLM Algorand makes sense. Solid. H bar, fair. You've been doing well recently here, huh? You must be happy. Baby X, I've never heard of that before. Luna Inu, okay, you're an interesting individual. Omikami, okay. Is Shiba Inu still a good hold? It's not been that hyped up this season, right? But it could also happen, just like how BONK has been going crazy over the last few weeks. Slowly but surely. You know it hurts to try, but you try to. All right. I was just watching if Bitcoin's doing something. My friend didn't really respond back. He just said no, because he doesn't want the price to break out just quite yet either. At the end of the day, it is more, in my opinion, it is more bullish, the quote unquote, the lower that we stay for a while. Because otherwise, as I said before, you get people FOMOing back into Bitcoin, take some money out of alts. And yes, you might say it makes the whole space more bullish, but I still highly doubt that. I think unless we want to see some God candle above 100K, that slowly but surely wins the race. And so again, the moment we break out, people get slightly more afraid that this is going to be the move towards the high points. So they might rotate back into Bitcoin for it. And again, once we cross the 100K mark, if it's not a crazy move, there is a chance that people FOMO out at that point. Or, you know, because obviously 100K is a very, very big psychological barrier. Regardless, guys, it's been enough. Right? It's been enough for our breakout watch. It's not going exponential or crazy. We are at some of the highest prices ever for Bitcoin. And again, this could confirm over the next few hours. This could be the breakout. This could be an interesting trade to take. I will again say, if you've not done it yet and you want to trade crypto, check out Blowfin. A link is in the description down below. So you might want to check it out for getting yourself some free bonuses, like a $10 gift and a 5 XRP gift if you deposit. So, you know, you might want to check that out. It's today only, and about a few more hours that you can claim this for. So you might want to check that out if you want a few dollars for just completely free. Also, our team, I really hope we win. I really, really hope we do. Can't tell for sure, but like I said, I hope we do. Just quickly going to refresh. Right now we are in 53rd position, and now we are in 53rd position still. So we've not got enough traders. P&L wise, we are in 16th position, still winning $500. So that is definitely not too bad. Actually, most people here are winning $500. So, you know, we're at least winning $500 as a team, right? If you trade enough, you will also get a part of the pie. I hope to get towards the top of the spots, though. Should be possible if you guys are just better. So that's it. Anyway, that's it for today's little stream. Make sure you put the notification bell on so in case something crazy happens, you're going to be notified. We got a little raid of some garbage coin, I guess. Maybe it's a solid coin, who knows, but I don't want to showcase it. Why is it so spammy? Is this real people or is it bots? How can they confirm if they're real or not? I'm going to assume it's bots until they say they're real. Interesting to say the least. JV says we are people. Real people, huh? Oh, real people. Really? That is peculiar. They said they're not bots. Huh. So that is an interesting community that they've got there. Man, that is interesting. For a meme coin to do that on YouTube is quite peculiar. So I guess they have a really good community. I'm going to give it to you, right? Like, if they're real people, then I'm going to give you the honest truth that they have quite a dedicated team. So, I mean, can't tell you that you should buy it, but I will give a response that they have a way to get attention because it's getting mine, all right? They have a good way to get attention. I'm going to say that for sure. That is peculiar, man. Look at that. Very, very interesting. I can't read anything anymore. We are more alive than the living. Somebody says, can I make over 100,000 with BONK investing the right amount this bull run? Please answer this, bro. Been asking 4 or 5 times now. I mean, yeah, if you start like with like $1 million or two, you can probably end up, you know, being at over 100,000 by the end. No, I mean, what is that question? Can I make over 100,000 with BONK investing the right amount? The right amount this bull run? Yes, but it depends on how much you make. Depends on how lucky you get. I'll open the chart. Sorry, guys. Let's go back. Oh, we're going again. You're right. Sorry, boy. We're going back 92.9, huh? We just keep up with the pump, huh? You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to look up the price to see how it's doing. If the price is really going crazy, if the coin that you guys are shilling like crazy, I will... Almost back at 93. $92,916. Let me go look on Dex Screener to see if that coin is really so interesting, as they say. The bots. Oh, the not bots, I mean the army. I can't even find it. Never mind. I'm not sure if you guys are talking about a 20 million-ish market cap coin, but it's not doing anything. So, if that's it, then it just dumped. This chart does not look nice. 35 transactions, 14K volume. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Yeah, this is messing us up. Matt said, check out Open Custody Protocol. I saw something about Open recently, but I don't have any Open at all. I'll take a look at it later, actually. I should be taking a look. You see, that's also another difficult part of bull season, that sometimes you just don't know which new altcoins to get into, man. So I appreciate some suggestions here and there. Because sometimes the coins that people talk about in the chat box are way more bullish than whatever my own analysis was, right? So I got to give it to y'all. Anyway, this is too much. If the coin was doing really well, I would have talked about it even, you know? Because, I mean, but I think the price is literally just down 1% and there's no transactions. If I'm wrong, they should let me know, but they're not. So I still kind of think they might be, like I said, automatic messages. Or I don't know exactly what's happening right there. But if I open the chart, then people will actually be... This is not a good chart, guys. It doesn't look nice. It's only been going down for like since September. The coin that you guys are spamming. Maybe they mean something else though. I don't know. But the coin, what I'm looking at, it's only been going down for like the last few months. Anyway. Oh, 92.9. Man, we're on the brink of the breakout, huh? Bots, huh? Yeah, I thought maybe it's just an army who's actually just copy pasting. I'm not sure if it was bots or if it was people just copy pasting. But anyway, the most interesting part will come at the 4-hour close. So you got about 2.5 hours left for that. Theoretically speaking, you can take a look at every 1 hour, but obviously we had a fake out before already. But that is also going to happen in about 30 minutes. Depending, of course, on how crazy bullish prices look, this is going to be the most interesting thing you can watch right now. If you're thinking of trading, this you got to watch for. This breakout here is going to be a most interesting thing to look at. If something crazy happens, though, I will be back with another stream or an update video. Right now, though, I'm a bit done with these bots, so I'm going to take a little hike. Also, I got to order some food, maybe walk around a little bit. So I'll see you guys in a bit, okay, all? Hopefully, you got the notification bell on, so in case something crazy happens, you are going to be notified. If you want to join our team for trading, okay, you see it in the link in the description below. And yeah, that's about it for right now.